Let's see, time now is 18 minutes past 9. The spotlight is once again on just how much sugar is in our food. It follows the warning by the maker of Dolmio sauces that some of its products should only be eaten once a week because of their high sugar, salt and fat content.
Now, this is a move that's been widely welcomed, but does it go far enough? Well, with us here is dietitian Nichola Whitehead and Lynn Dornblazer from the market research group Mintel, who's in our London newsroom. Good morning to you both. Nichola, so the announcement this week, a welcome announcement, many will say, but how clear is it in terms of, okay, you've got one brand saying this is what we'll do, but there are lots of other brands offering very similar products.
I think it's a fantastic step forward, and I think what the brand are doing is quite responsible from a nutrition point of view. The one thing to take away though is that they're not saying have that one product per se once a week, it's the meal as a whole, which I think is quite good because it's taken into account the meat that's added, the amount of cheese that might be added to the meal. So I do think it's quite responsible, and I think the more that we can do to raise awareness that certain foods should be consumed in moderation, some foods should be consumed more regularly, then more information the better really.
Lynn, you're a food industry expert. It's an unusual move for a food manufacturer to advise people to rarely eat their food. What do you think the motivation is behind this?
Well, it's a smart thing for them to do, to step out in front of this issue and take a stand. But it's a bold move for them, but it's also a very safe move because we have research that indicates that only 4% of UK consumers consume pasta sauce more than once a week. So it is likely that their consumers are only eating their sauce perhaps once a week anyway. So that makes it very safe, but it's a very smart thing for them to do, and it's also very good to be first.
Well, I mean, you say it's a smart move, but I mean, in my head, straight away, I'm asking a lot more questions. I'm saying, how long did they know that it had so much sugar in there? Why were they making it in the first place? Can't they change the recipe? Is it not possible to make a good pasta sauce without so much sugar in it? It prompts a lot of questions, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, but you have to understand too that companies manufacture products to fit the tastes that consumers have, and there's been a lot of research that shows that consumers have a sweet tooth, they have a salt tooth, they like foods that way, and so that's one of the reasons those products are so successful. And also, it's really hard to reformulate. It's not an easy thing to do.
How easy is it then, Nichola, to reformulate? Because we've obviously been taught to enjoy sweeter, saltier foods. You know, if we take what's being said by Lynn there. So how do you reformulate those tastes when this is on offer?
I think one side of it is the reformulation, but the other side is keeping consumers happy. We're used to a sweet taste, so I think we almost gradually have to be weaned off. There are healthy sugar alternatives, such as things like xylitol, which is found in chewing gum, which is kind to teeth, but you can't have too much of that. Why not, though, focus on spices and herbs such as garlic, oregano? Why not move towards a more Mediterranean way of eating and adapt our palates so that we're not so craving as much sugar and salt?
Presumably, Nichola, you would say that you could make a perfectly good tomato pasta sauce without putting sugar in.
Yeah, you probably could. You could add a bit of red wine, some chopped tomatoes, tomato puree, garlic, oregano. We have to be realistic, though, in that people are short on time, so they want to buy a jar of sauce to make their lasagna, and what these brands are doing is they're trying to make it easier to choose which is a healthier brand. We shouldn't forget, though, that the ingredients list never lies, and really people should be focusing on that. If sugar is the first, second or even third ingredient, I would say maybe choose another brand, maybe that has tomatoes or other vegetables at the top of the ingredients list.
Okay, Nichola, thank you very much. Lynn Dornblazer, thank you for your time as well. Thank you very much.